Hi guys, and welcome to another tutorial on this my channel. This is Mabel, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful short. You can use it to swim, you can use it to stay at home, or best use it how you want it. I posted it together with the DIY bracelet I made, and most people requested to see how it looks on me and also a full detailed tutorial on how I achieved it. So here is a video for it. Now watch this to the very end because this is detailed and simple to achieve. And please learn to work with your own body measurements. That way you'll be able to achieve a very good fitting and a very good shot. Now, if this is your first time of coming across this channel, don't forget to subscribe, turn on your post notifications to be notified anytime I upload new videos. So let's get started. So if you're in a plus size, 1 yard will be enough. If you're in a small size, half yard will be enough. Okay. So the length I'm using is 12 inches. I'm going to be adding extra 2 inches, which is going to make it 14. And I'll be minusing 1.5 inches for the waistband. So I'll go ahead to minus it and then mark my 14 inches. Now I'll go ahead to connect that with a straight line. After that, this new line is not going to be the waist at the upper part I'll be working with. Okay, so now I'll go ahead to confirm my measurement, which is 14. Now the next thing I'll be marking is my crotch length, which is 10 inches. I'm dividing my round hip measurement by 4 to get this 10 inches. I'll go ahead to mark the line. Now from that crotch line, I'll be going up by 2 inches to get my hip line. Remember, your fabric has to be on fold. Now I'll go ahead to mark 2 inches, which is going to be serving as my hip line. After doing that, on the crotch length, I will go ahead to divide my round hip measurements by 4 plus extra 1 inch for sewing allowance. I'll be marking the same thing on the waistline. I'll be marking the same 11 inches there, and then I'll go ahead to extend the line downward. And now for my crotch extension, I'm going to be dividing my round hip measurement by 20, and then from that line, I'm going to be marking it outward, which I got 2 inches. Now I'll go ahead to connect it with a curve this way. Now remember that the sewing allowance I added is just 1 inch because I want it to be fitted. You can add more allowance if you want it to be free. Now this part is not necessary and it is not compulsory, but just to give it a bit fitting, I'll be going in by 1 inch. Now from that 1 inch I just marked, I'll go ahead to connect it with a straight ruler down to the hip line. And now to get the center of the crease line of this shot, I'm going to be measuring whatever I have here completely. I'll divide it into two. Now whatever I'm getting, I'll take it down to this point and then I'm going to mark it. Now I'll go ahead to divide my round thigh measurement into two, add my sewing allowance to it. Now I'll distribute it equally here, just the way I am doing here right now. Now after doing that, I'm going to connect this other side to the hip line here. Then from this point, I'll connect it straight to the crotch extension. And basically that's it for the front. Now I am posting this because people requested for it. It's the same thing, there's nothing different. It's the same thing with the ones I've posted previously, which are already on my channel, right? Now just go ahead and watch it. If you don't understand that one, you should definitely understand this one. Now the next thing you do is definitely cut it just the way I am doing in this video. Then we're going to be using the front to trace out the back part, which is very easy and straight to the point. So basically after cutting out the front part, just go ahead to fold your remaining fabric into two again. Now after placing it, then go ahead to place the front part on it, making sure the floor length is aligning equally, just the way I am touching right now. And now for the back crotch, the same 2 inches I used for the front, I'll be extending it out for the back part with the same 2 inches. Now I'll mark it and then dot the lines out this way. Now from the waistline, I'll be going in by 1 inch, and then that 1 inch I'll go up by 1.5. You can do 1 inch, but 1.5 will sit very well for me, so I'm using 1.5 inches. If you're nothing serious here at this point, I'm just confirming my measurement to be sure I took the exact same 1 inch. Now I'll go ahead to measure whatever I have for the front waistline measurement, then I'll extend it out from the back part this way, and then I'll be marking the same thing starting from that 1 inches we went in by. Now I'll just go ahead to rule out the measurement I took, now making sure it is slanted just the way you're seeing in this video. Now on the hip line, I'll go out by that same 1 inch, and I'll be doing the same thing on the crotch line, and then I'll mark it from that waistline down to the hip line this way. So I'll basically just mark it that the line connects from the waistline down to the hip line to the crotch length, and then it's also going to connect down to the full length where I went out with half an inch on the side. Just a few allowance of 1 inch or half an inch is okay. Now I'm going to be coming to this side as well, and then I'm going to be tracing it down with my free hand, and then I'm going to be giving it a space of 1 inch this way. Okay, now I'm going to be raising the front part, and then I'll go ahead to create a dot or a dash line to create my back crotch line. And honestly guys, that is it. This is very simple. I'll go ahead to cut it out. If there's anything you're not understanding here, please watch my other videos relating to this same style. If you, like I said, if you don't understand this one, you should be able to understand the other ones I've posted, right? So I'm just going to cut it out following the measurements, the lines I marked, and then I rule out, and basically we'll go into the sewing part. Okay, so here, right, I noticed I wasn't okay with the back crotch, how it was curved there. So I used the front parts to just align it properly, and then I just trimmed out that excess that was there, and that's it. Now, unless you're a beginner, then sewing this is going to be very difficult. But if you're not, this is very simple to sew. Now, this is the front part, and then I'm going to sew this front crotch here. I'm going to sew from this point here, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the back, and then I'll weave it. Now, after doing that, I'm going to open it up, join the front and the back together, and shape it with half an inch on both sides. I hem it and then show you what it looks like. Now this is it after I was done with the sewing. Like, it's a straightforward sewing. Now we're going to measure the round way so that we're able to insert our waistband. Now I'm going to be measuring it. I'm going to pick the two sides together like this, and then I'll take my tape and measure it from the front to the back. Okay, so while we're taking the measurement, please remember to drop your comments, like this video, share it, and also turn on your post notification to be notified anytime I upload new video. Okay, so I am working with 19 inches, so I'm going to be adding half inch for sewing allowance. Okay, so this is the band I'll be using with 19 and a half. Now the elastic I'll be working with is 14 inches. Okay, my waist measurement divided by 2, I'm going to be minusing another extra 2 to 3 inches for it, which gave me 13 and a half. Elastic are very stretchy, so you definitely reduce from your round waist measurement. Okay, so I'm going to place this together, and this is how I'm going to be sewing it. There are different methods to do this. Please do the one you understand. But I'm going to face this like this. I'll place this one down, and then I'll place this on top. Then I'm going to use the waistband and then cover it up this way, and then top stitch it. Now I'm going to be using my pin to hold it and show you how it's going to look like after I'm done stitching it. Okay, so if I stitch it this way, and then I'll open up the band like so, and this is what we're going to be getting. You see, it's this way. Now we're going to be stitching it from this part here. You're just going to stitch this part without touching the elastic, but I'm going to be doing it directly. I'm not going to do it separately, so I'll take it with the main short, and I'm going to be stitching it together all the way around. And honestly, that is it. Nothing complicated. After attaching the waistband, I weaved it, and then I did a double stitch round on the band just to keep the elastic in place, and that is all. Give it a good press and your short is ready. And like I said, if you don't understand this one, I have exact similar ones on my page for you to watch, well detailed. And I do hope you found this tutorial very helpful. Don't forget to let me know what you think of this tutorial or any of my tutorials that you've watched. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe and also drop a good comment. And so for this DIY bralette, this tutorial is already on this page. Okay, just go and watch it. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.